Wow guys, thank you so much for the introduction. It's a pleasure to be here. For the people listening or watching, I'm just an entrepreneur from Chile. I haven't done that much. I don't know what you're saying. Hey, what's up guys, Carolina here, and today it's May 28th, and what we just saw that was me on a call with some really cool guys. One of them is Truck Gordon. He is actually an ultimate fighting champion, and I don't know that much about fighting or wrestling or any of that stuff, so I didn't know that until we got on the call and he started talking about it, and I looked him up on Twitter and I'm like, wow, this guy's a big deal, and he wanted me on his podcast. So he has this podcast with another really cool entrepreneur named Mayoko Taylor. Both of them reached out to me recently and they said, hey Carolina, I would love to interview you. I said, yes, awesome. Because one of the key things you want to do when you're just getting started, whether it's with a podcast or anything that you have going on, is getting the word out there. So if you start a podcast, get on other people's podcasts, be a guest, figure out how you can be a guest. There's actually a really cool resource if you can afford it. There's a website called podcastbookers.com, and you can go there and get booked to be on other people's podcasts. I haven't used it yet, but I always have the website open because it's on my to-do list. Like, I really want to leverage that. It seems like a really cool resource. So far, I've been blessed that several people have already asked me to be guests on their podcasts, and I'm gonna be linking some of them in the description of this video so you can subscribe and obviously listen to the interviews that I've done with them. Now, if you have a cool story to tell, like, I'm looking for success stories, and it doesn't have to be a huge multi-$100 million success business, but if you have hustled your way, for example, you managed to make at least 5 figures per month or 6 figures per month in your business, and you have a cool story to tell of how you went from your job or just barely making ends meet, and now you're living the life. I mean, you're living life on your terms and things have changed for you, and you have a cool story. I'd love to have you on my podcast. When I first started my podcast, I really wanted to interview like celebrities, right? So I started with Gary Vaynerchuk and Evan Carmichael and John Lee Dumas. That episode is coming up very soon. So I wanted to start with people that were well known, just for a branding thing, you know, just to get my name more associated to them and get more attention. But that's not what I want to do with the rest of the podcast always. Like, I want to continue to interview some really cool people who are famous and inspiring and everything, but I also want to have some real stories, you know, people like myself. I'm not a super celebrity or anything like that, but I have accomplished some really cool things. And you guys are witnessing everything here in this vlog. And so if you have something to share, if you have a cool story, you have an e-commerce business, anything related to business, specifically, I really love anything that has to do with digital business. So if you have a digital business, that's awesome. But if you also manage to build like a brick and mortar business from scratch, share with me in the comments. And I'm going to create a form. Actually, I think I'm gonna just put a link in the description of the video or in the comments where you can just fill out a form to be a guest on my podcast. Okay, so it's probably gonna be beyondthehustle.com/form or /apply. Once I have it, we're gonna put it here on the screen. But the main goal is that you can apply to be a guest and tell me your story, and then me or my team will reach out to you to coordinate. I'd love to do that. Now, the other thing I'm excited about, I just got off a call with my copywriter, and he's been more than a copywriter. He's been my copywriter, my mentor. His name is Nito Abdo, and right now he's living in Dubai, but I met him like 4 years ago in Costa Rica. See, that's why you need to get your ass to live events, because that's where things are happening. That's where you meet the cool people. And some of them are not gonna be celebrities. Maybe you're not going to meet Gary Vee or Grant Cardone, but you might end up meeting people who could make even a bigger difference, because you'll be able to have their undivided attention. You will be able to have some life-changing conversations with some of these people that you will meet at these events. And one of the things that I was sharing this morning in that interview that I did with Truck Gordon and Mayoko Taylor, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. One of the things I told them was, many times, you know, they asked me, Carolina, who are your mentors? And I said, the usual, right? Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, Marie Forleo, and a few other people, right? But then I told them this. There are also people who may not be celebrities, may not be famous, but if I have one conversation with someone and they give me one actionable thing or one actionable idea. If I learn just one little thing from somebody, they become my mentor. And during my entire life, I have met people at all of these events, all of these seminars, online, offline. I've met a lot of people who have made an impact in my life, even without being super famous or anything like that. So I really want you to be an eternal student. Always be studying and don't underestimate the people around you. And that's something I've done. Unfortunately, I've done it. I have underestimated other people around me just because they're not famous or celebrities or just because they didn't make as much money as I was making. And now I regret that, because some time went by and I didn't pay enough attention to them, and now I'm watching them have success and I'm like, wow, I remember when this person came to me and they were not that big at all, and I listened to them but I didn't listen enough, or I didn't answer their questions. Like, I underestimated that. And that's a huge mistake I made, and I don't want to make it anymore. And I'm sharing this with you, being super honest with you. I'm not perfect, nobody is. You never know where the next success story is going to come from, and you never know what you could learn from someone. You know, even from a homeless person down the road, you might learn something really valuable about life. Anyway guys, the other thing I wanted to share with you today is my new chair. I don't know if you can see it, but well, this is just a blanket I'm using because it's getting cold down here in Chile. It's getting chilly in Chile. The other thing I was talking to Nito about was the power of a team, and how so many successful people that we see around us nowadays, when you really look at their success and you really analyze the reasons why they've been able to scale so much, it hasn't been just because they're so talented or supernatural or something. It's not necessarily because they have something you don't have. A lot of times it's just because of the team that they have behind them. It's because of the people they have been able to attract, the talents that they have been able to nurture. I am very happy, very proud of the team I have built today. And I was talking to him about that. I was like, man, I have this amazing ads manager and this amazing social media manager, my video editor, my assistant, and all of that, right? But there's still something missing, because even though I have these amazing people working for me, I am still frustrated, and I still find myself doing a lot of things that I shouldn't be doing, that stop me. You need to build a team of people that you can rely on, who are talented, and also don't be afraid to fire anybody. By the way, those of you guys on my team, don't worry, I'm not gonna fire any of you. I love all of you. I'm so blessed, really, like I'm really blessed. I did go through a few bad hires in the past. You're fired! But right now I feel incredibly blessed with the team that I have built. I just need to get more people. I just need to hire more people. So that was one of my homeworks. And that, my friend, is the challenge for you today. To watching this vlog, you're going to make a list. Okay, if you're an entrepreneur, or maybe you have a job, or you're a entrepreneur, you're still trying to figure things out, you need to make a list of all the things that you currently do in your business that you don't want to do. Not just that you don't want to do them, but that you know someone else could do them way better than you, and that are not directly related to the income producing activities on your business. Like for me, shooting a video, this has to do with my business. Editing the video is something that I was doing for a very long time, but it was consuming my time and it was not really allowing me to make more videos because I was stuck making them. So think about those things. Really take a moment to think and write it down. Write down all the positions you need to fill. For example, for me, right now, I need a content creator, I need a full-time graphic designer, I need a funnel builder, right? Those are like 3 that come to mind right now. And I probably need a manager. I probably need somebody to manage all these other people, so that not everybody's reporting straight to me. Those are just a few examples. Now, depending on where you're at, maybe you just need somebody to coach you on a few things that you're wasting time to figure them out on your own. So maybe you need a mentor first. The next thing that, if I were you, I would outsource right away is building websites or building funnels. And I know I just said I need a funnel builder. I don't build my own blogs, for example, but I do build most of my funnels, because number 1, I actually enjoy doing it, but number 2, I just haven't yet found the right person to do it. But trust me, there are thousands of people out there who can build websites and funnels for you much better than you would ever do. And that way you can focus on adding value to your market, you can focus on creating content, you can focus on producing more info products, more courses, you can focus on coaching, you can focus on making money, so that you can grow the team and find people who want to grow with you as well. So thank you so much, my friend, for watching today's video / vlog. It was just like a little boring update, I guess. My vlogs are about to get really exciting once I get to Europe. This weekend I will be working with a client who's flying in all the way from Las Vegas. So I'll be documenting that for you guys too. So do you get excited? Maybe you will be the next person flying into Chile for one-on-one coaching. I warn you, it's not cheap at all, but it's very valuable. You get to hang out with me for 3 full days. We get to work on your funnels, your business, your campaigns, your videos, everything. So it's gonna be super exciting. Get ready. All right, guys. So my friend, if this is the first time you watch one of my videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the notifications bell so you never miss a thing. And leave me a comment. Tell me about you. Tell me what you do. And I look forward to see you in the next video. Really want to try, but hang on a second.